Hello investors, welcome back to your number one place for all your investing needs. So in today's video, we're going to be discussing the top 7 penny stocks to buy for the second half of October. So obviously this is for the middle of October towards the end of October, and then further on. Now these are going to be penny stocks that have good potential as they are going through obviously phase 1, 2, or 3 data, which we always discuss in every video. It's going to be either FDA or PDUFA data, which we know typically has a higher success rate as it's progressed further on into the stages, and that means that it has a higher success rate because it just wouldn't have made it that far if it wasn't going to be potentially successful. Now, before we get into the list, guys, let's take a quick second and smash that like button. Can we get over 100 plus likes on this video? Also, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you guys like this type of content. Make sure you turn on that bell notification. We're going to be aiming for 10,000 subscribers by the end of 2020. So go ahead and smash that subscribe button for me if you guys want to help me out with that. And now let's get into the list. So the number 7 penny stock we're going to be looking at, so the first one on the list is going to be ticker symbol SYRS, currently trading at $8.40. It was up about 2.07% or 17 cents today. Drug that is being looked at is going to be SY5609. It's going to be for solid tumors, and this is going to be a phase 1 data. So this is the beginning stages of this one. Obviously, it's going to be on October 24th, 2020. And if we take a look here at their chart, so what does the chart say? If we take a look at their chart, we can see that down here at the beginning of the year when the market crashed, it was trading at about $4.46. It more than doubled. It went up over 100% here. In August, it was trading around $14.50 per share, which is really good. Now, one thing that we see is this stock is kind of on a trend down, so we're not going to be catching this falling knife. We're going to be expecting this to continue to go down and hopefully build a resistance and a support area, actually build a support area around this $7 area. So we're hoping that it stops here and makes a support around the $7, $7.50 area, and then we can consolidate and start to trend on up. Now obviously we need positive news with this data. Obviously it's a phase 1, so it's just the beginning, but that is something that we have to keep an eye out on as it progresses further on through the stages, and hope that the stock continues to trend on up, because if it does, we have all the way up here to fill up all the way to about $14.50 and then continue to trend on up and up after that. So that's what we're going to be hoping to look at with this one. So this one is, not the best one, but that's why it's our number 7 pick, and just one to keep an eye out on and see what happens after we progress through the stages. Coming in at number 6, we have ticker symbol CNCE, currently trading at $11.58. It's up about 2.03% or 23 cents today. The drug that is being looked at is going to be CTP-543, and it's going to be right there. This is going to be a phase 2. So phase 2 is actually obviously after phase 1. And it's going to be on October 29, 2020. If we look right here, it's going to be telling us what the chart is looking like. So this chart is looking pretty nice, actually. We're seeing the support consolidation area between the $9 and $11 area, which is beautiful. That is something I love to see. So we see that there's a support around the $9 area down here and a resistance around this $11.50 area. So what are we going to be looking for? We're going to be looking for volume. Volume is the number one thing we're going to be looking at. If we get volume, obviously that can definitely make the stock, push through that resistance and continue to trend up. And if it continues to get more volume, it's going to continue to go up. Now, that is a good thing. So we need volume to go up. We need positive, news to come from this phase 2 data. If we get positive news, it's going to continue. Now, another thing we need is obviously, we need people to look at this one and see what's going on with the stock. As you can see here, on 9/25/2020, it was trading around $9 per share, and we can see in the past month or so, this stock has been on fire and has been continuously going up. It's went up about $2.35 per share almost since then. So it's on a trend up, and that's something we want to see. Right now we're at that resistance. So right now is when we need more volume and more positive news, and if we can push through that, we can break through that resistance. And if we can break through that resistance, we're going to continue to go up, and hopefully we can hit around $15 per share and continue to skyrocket to the moon pretty much. So we're just going to need some positive data, because as we can see here, short term, the midterm, and the long term, it is very, very bullish. So the stock is very bullish. They have a good outlook right now that we're looking at. So we need some positive news, positive data, and this one can definitely be a runner. All right, guys, we're going to be getting into the number 5 stock. If you guys are still watching this video, leave a comment below just saying penny stocks rule. That way I know you guys made it this far into the video. Just write penny stocks rule, smash that like button for me, and subscribe to the channel. So the number 5 pick is going to be ticker symbol KALA. So this one is trading at $8.04. It is down about 1.95% today, or about 16 cents. And the drug that is being looked at is going to be right here for dry eye disease. Now this one What is one thing we were talking about in the beginning of the video that has a higher success rate? Definitely this right here, PDUFA. So PDUFA, that means that, it's coming to the final stages, and that means it has a higher success rate, around an 80% success rate. It wouldn't have made it this far into the stages if it wasn't going to have a higher success rate. Now, this one is going to be on October 30th, 2020. So if we look at KALA right here, KALA, right here. So this stock, beginning of the year, trading at around $3.69, and continued to go up, and it continued all the way up here to about $13.50, $14. And then we, saw this drop, and it continued to drop. Now, right here, once again, we're trying to build this support area right here and consolidate. So we're hoping that it continues. It seems like it's going to be trying to do that right there. It's trying to do it around $9, but it seems like it's going to possibly do it around this $7 area. So we're hoping to build a support around the $7, $7.50 area, around that $8. Just stick right there. Trade sideways for a few days, for a few weeks if it takes, depends. And then hopefully some positive news comes out, and then we can get some volume. As you can see, volume is actually pretty decent. 3 million shares, 1.5 million, and then in recent days 2.5 again, 1 million shares. So there's volume there, but it could definitely be better with some higher volume. 5 million shares traded would be nice. 3 million, 4 million. So we're hoping that creates a support area around the $7.50, $8 area, and then it continues to trade up. If we can break through up to about $10 per share, we have a slow gap run up. We can get up to $12, $13, or even higher, like we've done in the past with the slow run up here. It took a few months, but the stock continued to trade on up, and that is something that we definitely love to see. Coming in at the number 4 spot is going to be ticker symbol AXGT. Currently trading at $3.76. It was up about 9.3% today, or about 32 cents, which is pretty good jump right there. Now, this one is going to be for the drug, which is going to be for Parkinson's disease right there, as we can see, and this is going to be a phase 1-2, so this is just the beginning stages. Obviously, it's just the beginning, so we definitely want to keep an eye out on this one for the long term. We want to keep an eye on and see what happens with this one. So, obviously, let's take a look. So if this chart is anything to look at, it was trading here at around $1.44, and then continued to trade on up and go up and up. We hit a high here about $5.60 about 10 days ago, and you can see this huge sell-off. So this stock, in the past 5 days has been going down, 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 which is not, a good sign. Obviously, it hit down here of a low of about $3.46, but then you can see, like we said, that 10% jump, and it's trading back up to about $3.86, which is a good thing. We're trending back on up, which is a positive thing, and we're hoping to continue to trade on up. So right here, we're going to try to build a support area. Once again, this is the beginning stages of this one, so obviously we're going to try to build the support, hopefully. We can see the volume is definitely picking up. We had some great volume, and then the stock, had a sell-off right there, big sell-off, from $5.50 all the way down here to about $3.50, currently to almost at $4. So volume, it was about 11 million, 11.5 million shares, 7 million, 3 million, and then down here about 1.5 million today. So that is definitely another thing. Like we said, always want to make sure that you're looking at the volume and everything else. So this one, support area, hopefully it doesn't fall through $3, because if it falls through $3, we could go to no man's land, and this one could be worth pennies. So that's another thing to definitely keep an eye out on, because if it goes under that $3, you don't want to be caught on that falling knife, pretty much. Coming in at the number 3 spot is a stock we've discussed many times on this channel. So it's going to be the penny stock, ticker symbol CLVS, currently trading at $6.00, so it was actually $6. It was down about 0.75%, so not even a 1% fall, about 4 cents down, and it's going to be for ovarian cancer. That is the drug that is being looked at, and it's going to be a phase 1-2. So again, once again, beginning stages, but this one has multiple different drugs to look at, actually. So that is the thing we're going to be actually looking at as well. So this stock, discussed this before. At the end of last year, the stock was trading at $3, went all the way up here to about $16, and then right here when the market crashed, it was trading back down to about where it was here, so about $4 per share, and it's currently trading at $6. So right here, we kind of build a support. So our support area is going to be between this $5 and $7 area. That is something we're going to be keeping an eye out on, because if it breaks out of this channel, it can go up. If it can go down, depending if it breaks up or down through that channel. If it breaks through that support past that $5, about $5, $4.50 area, it could continue to go down to about $3. But if it breaks through this $7.5, $8 area, it could definitely continue on up to about $10 per share. And then once we break through that, we have all the way up here to the previous high where it was around $16.50. So that definitely one to keep an eye out on as it progresses through the stages. And we also have to keep an eye out on the other drug that has, that's being looked at. Obviously, volume is another key player right here. 10 million shares, 4.5 million. Another one right here, 11.5 million. Very, very, very big volume right here. 11.5 million on this jump from about $5.54 to about $6.41. So this stock is definitely one that I like to keep an eye out. It's a very eventful stock, so it always goes, up and down depending on what news is surrounding it, and that's something I like to see. Okay, so coming in at the number 2 spot, we have ticker symbol NYMX, currently trading at $2.37. It was up about 0.85% or about 2 cents. The drug that is being looked at is going to be right here, NX-1207, fexapoetide and BPH, and it's going to be an NDA filling, so it's going to be a late third quarter, early fourth quarter 2020. So we're not really sure when it's going to happen, but it's going to happen sometime soon. Now, what I'd like to see with this one is this stock, trends to go up and then back down, goes up and then back down. Now, if this trend continues, hopefully we have good news with this drug and good things happen with this one, and we continue to trend on up again. So right here, obviously, when the whole market crashed, this crashed to about $1.69. And then as the market, went up, it went up to about $4.60, and now it's pulled back down all the way to about $2.37. Now, this one, definitely a dangerous one because it hasn't created a support area, it hasn't consolidated. So it's trying to here around this $2 area. So we're hoping that it continues to stay around that area and doesn't continue to go down, because if it continues to go down, it could continue to go, to about under $2, maybe $1.50. Even here lows of $1.69. So we're definitely hoping that it consolidates around this $2, $2.50, and then with volume continues to trend on up slowly, because we have a huge gap to fill here all the way up to about $4.50 where the previous high was. So we have a long way up, if it continues to go up, but we also need volume. If we can see the volume is very low, 100,000 shares, 50,000 shares, 150,000 shares, the volume is very low. So that's another thing, key player or key element that we have to keep an eye out on. It needs to have volume as well with positive news to trend on up. And now at the number 1 spot, it's going to be ticker symbol DVAX, currently trading at $4.44. It was down about 17 cents or 3.69% today. So this is going to be for the Rona vaccine. We can't say that word, but it's going to be for the Rona vaccine, and it's just the beginning stages of phase 1. There's going to be a phase 1 preliminary safety and just results expected in October 2020. So that's going to be coming up soon. And if we take a look at this chart, obviously right here when the market crashed, it was $2.27. Had a huge run up here all the way to about $11.50, almost $12. And now it pulled back. So it seems like a similar pattern to a lot of these penny stocks, that are in this field, in the biotech stocks. So they've done this similar pullback here all the way down. So this is one that definitely did the same thing. We're going to be looking for some consolidation once again, which we've been talking about that throughout the whole video pretty much. Consolidation. That is one thing we need. We need to build a support area right here. So $4, $4.50. We're hoping that it continues to trade around that price, and then we need a wedge and all the way up. So we need to continue to trend on up. We need some positive news. We need some volume to pick up as well, and hopefully this stock can trend on up. And we have all the way up to about $11 until we hit that resistance. Once it breaks through that resistance, we're going into the sky, all the way to the moon. So this one definitely, if we can continue to create a support area, and especially if this one has some success with that Rona vaccine and whatever they're doing, that's going to be another obviously positive thing, which could bring the global eyes on it pretty much from the whole world pretty much. So that's another thing we're going to be keeping an eye out on with this one, and hopefully volume picks up and we'll see what happens. Now obviously guys, if you're investing in penny stocks, I would suggest paper trading with fake money at first until you learn what what penny stocks are and how they work. Obviously, I'm not a financial advisor, so do not go investing into penny stocks based off of my opinion. This is just my opinion. So obviously talk to your financial advisor. This is a disclaimer right here. Talk to your financial advisor. learn how to penny stock trade, go ahead and do your own research. Obviously, don't invest based on somebody else's opinion. Do your own research and paper trade, obviously, with fake money in the beginning to learn what you're doing. And then, obviously, you can get into trading and see what else you can do. But if you guys enjoy this video, go ahead and smash that like button. Let's try to get over 100 likes. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on that bell notification so you get notified every time I make a new penny stock video or a dividend video or growth stock video, because I make all types of content. And I hope to see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.